let's begin this class by first lying down in Shavasana with your head in this direction if possible. Just take a few moments now to settle the body. Ensure that the feet are hip width apart and are relaxed, that the arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing the sky. That the head and neck are in alignment. And take a long deep inhalation now. Long deep yogic breath in, and as you exhale, release all the events of the day. Take another long deep inhalation now, and as you do this, visualize that you're actually breathing through the soles of your feet, right up through your body, into your chest, your upper chest, your abdomen. Fill it all with air, and then exhale. And this time as you exhale, release all of the interactions that you've had today. Whether they've been in person, on the phone, in a digital space, just let them all go. And again, take another long, deep yogic breath in, through the soles of the feet, right up through the body. And as you exhale, release any thoughts or feelings of obligation of anything you need to do after this class. And just allow yourself this gift of being right here, right now. And return to the natural breath now. And scan the awareness very slowly through the body again, beginning with the soles of the feet. And observe how each body part is feeling right now. And make a note if there is any pain or irritation anywhere as you scan the awareness up through the body. And to do this to ensure that any of the practices tonight are not going to exacerbate this pain, and just work within the range of your body. If something doesn't suit you, please modify the practice or even visualize the practice. It can be just as effective. Now moving the awareness up through the body, up through the legs, up into the pelvis, into the abdomen, and up through the back, through each vertebrae, up through the shoulder blades, the top of the back, into the neck, into the face, ensuring all the expression is released from the face, up through the top of the head, and now to the eyebrow center. And just allow your awareness to rest in the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And now I'll chant Om 3 times, Om Shanti, and the Shanti mantra, to pay respect to the wisdom traditions that guide us and support us, and respect between teacher and student and teacher, so we can all learn together. And as I do this, visualize the mantras moving through your body, the vibration of the mantras moving through your body. Oh. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Sahano Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahe. Tejasvinat Vadhitamastu. Ma Ved Vishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Now release the visualization of the flame at the eyebrow center. And we'll now begin with a cycling asana. So for this one, if you have any lower back issues, it's a good idea just to bend the opposite leg with the foot flat on the floor, just to support the back. But what's a good idea too is to place the hands underneath the buttocks with the palms facing down, just to support the back too. We'll begin with the right leg. So bring the knee to the chest and then extend the foot up towards the ceiling so the sole is flat. And then gently lower the foot so it's about 10 centimeters above the floor. This is one round, bringing the knee back to the chest again. Complete 4 more rounds in this way and then complete 5 rounds in the opposite direction. Remembering to breathe throughout the practice. And placing the awareness in the movement of energy in the pelvis, in the knee, in the back of the leg. And in your own time, once you complete 5 rounds in each direction with the right leg, rest the right leg. Observe the difference between right and left, and then continue the same practice on the left leg. And then again, when you reach the final round in your own time, lie again in Shavasana and observe the effects of the practice. Our next practice is nose to knee. So hug the knees to the chest. Exhale, and then gently bring the nose towards the knees. Hold for a few moments, and then gently breathe in and return the head back to the floor. Very gently, smoothly. This is 1 round. Complete another 4 rounds in this way. And when you've completely finished, keep the feet in front of the buttocks with the knees bent. And then place the hands either behind the head, as long as the elbows can easily touch the floor without straining, or if not, bring the arms out to shoulder height along the floor. Exhale, and then bring the knees to the right and turn the head to the left. Allow the body to ease into the position. And then when it's right for you, inhale, bring the knees back to center and the head back to center. Exhale, bring the knees to the left and turn the head to the right. And this is one round. Complete another 4 rounds on each side. And again, in your own time, when you've finished your 5 rounds, then lie back down in Shavasana. Our next posture is called the boat pose. So I'll describe it and I will demonstrate it as well. So lying in Shavasana, what you'll do is you will balance on your buttocks and you will raise the top half of your body slightly and also your feet at the same time, bringing the hands out towards the sides with of your body with the palms facing towards your legs. So inhale, oh no, probably exhale, I would say. Exhale, and then bring the feet up about 10 centimeters, raising the top half of the body as well. And with the hands out to the side, and then release. So only hold for a few seconds, but do this 3 times and try on your 3rd attempt to hold a little bit longer. This is really in your core, your abdomen. You will feel this. It's quite a strong practice. And after your 3rd attempt, then please rest in Shavasana for a few moments. And now come up onto your hands and knees for Majjarayasana, the cat posture. Ensuring that when you are in this position that your hands are directly below your shoulders and that your knees are directly below your hips and that your spine is straight and your head is in a neutral position. So you should have this formation of almost like a box-like shape. Inhale and bring the head up towards the ceiling, arching the abdomen down towards the floor. Exhale, bring the head in between the arms and arch the spine up towards the ceiling. This is one round. Complete another 4 rounds in this way, aiming for a very smooth, fluid movement, stretching through the arms as well, and aiming to coordinate the breath with the movement. So you're aiming for this body, breath, mind connection, observing to the movement of energy throughout the abdomen and the spine and up through the arms. And after your 5th round, please come back into Shashankasana, the child pose, bringing the buttocks back towards the heels, bringing the arms either in front of the body or beside the body, or if you are experiencing any low blood pressure, place the hands in fists and rest the forehead on the fists. Otherwise, place your forehead on the floor. And exhale in this posture and release into the floor. This is a relaxation posture. So release any tension and remember to breathe as well in the posture. When it's right for you, come and sit now in the base posture, Parambhik with the legs out in front of the body, the spine straight, and the hands behind the buttocks with the fingers pointing away. And again, closing the eyes and just taking a few moments just to rest and observe just how you're feeling at this moment. We'll move now to an asana for the hips, which is, we'll do Tatali asana. So bringing the soles of the feet together, clasping the hands around the feet and allowing the knees to fall towards the floor, ensuring the spine is straight too and the head is in a neutral position, so not looking down but looking up. Inhale, bring the knees up towards the arms. Exhale, bringing the knees down towards the floor. Complete 10 rounds in this way. Observing the opening of the hips with each round. And after your 10th round, bringing the knees back together and then bringing the feet along the legs along the floor back to the base position. Always come out of the position in that way to protect the knees. And we'll now move on to shoulder rotation. So bringing the right hand to the right shoulder, left hand to the left shoulder, ensuring you're sitting up straight as well, head and neck are in alignment, bringing the elbows together in front of the body. Inhale, bringing the elbows up, back behind the body, exhaling on the downward movement, and then bringing the elbows back together. This is one round. Complete 5 rounds in each direction and observe the loosening of muscles in the tops of the shoulders. And once you completed the practice, again, just observing, resting the arms before we move into a neck posture. So we'll do 2 neck postures tonight. The first one will be chin to chest. So again, ensuring the head and neck are aligned with the spine first. Shoulders are back and down, but relaxed. Exhale, bringing the chin towards the chest, not pushing or straining in any way. Feeling that stretch at the back of the neck. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bringing the head back as far as is comfortable. And again, feeling that stretch of the throat. And then inhale back to center. This is 1 round. Complete up to 5 rounds in this way. Again, aiming for a very fluid, smooth movement, very gentle with the neck, and aiming for that body, breath, mind connection. And now as a counter posture, because we've gone forwards, we'll do ear to shoulder. So exhaling, bringing the right ear to the right shoulder, not moving the shoulder up in any way, keeping them still. And feeling that stretch up the left side of the neck. Inhale back to center, and then bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder. Feeling the stretch up the right side of the neck. Inhale back to center. So complete up to 5 rounds in this way. And after your final round, just observe now the effects of the practice. And then when it's right for you, very gently and mindfully come to a standing position. And stand up in a standing shavasana, so eyes closed, arms hanging loose beside the body, weight evenly distributed on both feet. And just take a few moments to feel steady and comfortable, feeling the ground beneath you. Our next practice will be Kati Chakrasana, which is a spinal twist. So for this practice, bring the right hand to the left shoulder and then wrap the left arm behind the waist and gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale, back to center, bringing the arms out to the side, and then complete the same practice on the other way. So bringing the left hand to the right shoulder, right arm wrapped behind the waist, gazing over the right shoulder, and then back to center. So complete 10 rounds, up to 10 rounds. You can either go very slowly, if that's what suits you, or you can be a bit more dynamic in the movement. As long as it's still smooth, not jerking in any way. And after your 10th round, again, stand in the standing Shavasana. Now bring the legs a little bit wider than hip width apart. And clasp the hands together with the palms facing down. Raise the arms now above the head straight. Then lean over to the right side, keeping the arms straight. And it's like you're between two pieces of glass, so you're not forward or back. Leaning over. And it's a good idea too to sort of dig your left foot into the floor to get an extra stretch. Hold for a few moments and then come back to center, stretching up in the middle. And then exhaling, coming over to the left and digging the right foot into the floor slightly. Feeling that stretch up the right side of the body. And then come back to center. So complete another 4 rounds in this way. Remembering to stretch up in the center. And after your final round, come back to standing Shavasana. Relax the arms. And again, just observe the effects of the practice. Our final asana will be a balancing posture, so the one-legged prayer pose. So for this one, find a point on the wall that's not moving so that you can fix your gaze and concentrate. And we'll begin with the right leg. So leaning on the left, bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. So that might be, if you're just starting out, it might even just be on the inside of the ankle. Or if you're more advanced, it can be up to the thigh, but avoid putting it on the inside of the knee, of the left knee. And then once you feel steady by gazing on that point on the wall, bring the hands together in prayer position. If you're feeling super steady, then you can bring the palms up above the head and hold for your own duration. Complete 3 rounds on each side. And after you've completed the practice in your own time, of course, into a comfortable sitting position to prepare for the practice of pranayama. So ensuring that you are comfortable and you won't need to move for a few moments. We'll probably spend about 5 minutes here before we move into Yoga Nidra. So ensuring that, again, spine is straight, head and neck are aligned with the spine. That the chest is open, so the shoulders are back and down, but they're relaxed. And the hands are on the knees in the mudra of your choice. Closing the eyes now and just observing the natural breath at the nostrils. And observe how the natural breath fills the abdomen with air and the chest with air. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And our practice for this class for pranayama will be Nadi Shodhana. So for this practice, with the right hand, place the first and the middle finger at the eyebrow center and have the thumb cover the right nostril and have the ring finger handy. So inhale through the left nostril to the eyebrow center, then cover the left nostril with the ring finger, uncover the right nostril, and then exhale out of the right nostril. Inhaling now through the right nostril, cover the right nostril and cover the left, exhaling out through the left nostril. And ensuring that you are breathing through your abdomen as you're doing this as well, so not shallow breaths. So you're inhaling through the left to the eyebrow center, covering the left, uncovering the right, exhaling out of the right, and then inhaling through the right, covering the right and covering the left as it goes to the eyebrow center, and then you exhale out of the left. Continue in this way. And if your right arm is feeling a little tired, you can always support it. Support your right elbow with your left hand. We'll be completing this practice for another minute. And now the next time that you exhale from the left nostril, release the hand, release the practice, and visualize the breath moving through the nostrils, both nostrils, at the same time to the eyebrow center. Just following the natural breath through the nostrils to the eyebrow center, and then exhaling again through the nostrils. And now, very gently and mindfully, lie back down in Shavasana with your head in this direction if possible, ensuring that you're warm and comfortable to prepare for the practice of Yoga Nidra so that you don't need to move throughout the practice. So lying on the back with the legs about hip width apart, with the legs and the feet relaxed, the arms a little bit away from the body, with the palms facing up. You may like to put a cushion under the knees if you are experiencing any tension in the lower back, just to support yourself throughout the practice. And ensuring that there is balance between the right side of the body and the left side of the body. You may like to tuck your chin in just a little, just to ensure that the neck and head are aligned with the spine. Remove anything, any tight clothing or any glasses or jewelry that may distract you throughout the practice. And take a long deep inhalation now. And as you exhale, allow your body to melt into the floor. And take another long deep inhalation now. And this time, when you exhale, remove any expression from the face. Ensure that you're not clenching your jaw, that you are not clenching the muscles behind your eyes. Just allow the face to relax on the exhalation. Just let it all go. And begin to feel the body against the floor. And feel the different points of contact between the body and the floor. Beginning with the heels and the floor, the back of the legs and the floor. Feel how the buttocks feel against the floor, the back against the floor, and how the arms feel against the floor. Feel the neck and the back of the head against the floor. And feel all of these different points of contact between the body and the floor. And observe how all these different points of contact create one singular plane of contact between the body and the floor. Become aware now of sound. The simple sounds way off in the distance. Don't try and identify the sound. Just allow your awareness to move from sound to sound as you hear it. Now move your awareness to sounds just outside the room that you're in. Again, just moving your awareness from sound to sound. And now move your awareness to sounds just outside the room that you're in. Moving it now to just inside the room that you are in. And now moving the sound awareness, the sounds inside your body. So begin first by listening and feeling the sensation of your heartbeat. And now move the awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now, and if you don't have one, that's fine. Leave some space and it might emerge on its own. And we'll now rotate the awareness around the body. So listen to my instructions, and as I repeat the name of a body part, place your awareness there. Mentally repeat the name of that part and visualize that body part. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. And now we'll move to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, left heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Now to the back of the body beginning with the heels, back of the legs, the buttocks, the lower back, small of the back, middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, the entire spinal column, the back of the head, the crown of the head. And coming around now to the face, beginning with the forehead, the temples, right and left, the ears, right and left, the eyebrows, right and left, and the eyebrow center, the eyes, right and left, the nose, the cheeks, right and left, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbones, right and left, and the pit of the throat, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest, the right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel, the right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, and both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole body. Have a sense now of the whole body all at once, the whole body. Release the body rotation now and bring the awareness back to the natural breath. Observe now how subtle the natural breath has become, and observe the rise and fall of the navel in response to the natural breath. We'll now add a count to the natural breath in the following way, counting backwards from 14, breathing in 14, breathing out 14, breathing in 13, breathing out 13. Counting backwards from 14 with the natural breath. If you reach one, begin again. If you lose count, begin again. Don't worry if the mind wanders. Use the breath like an anchor and bring it back to the practice. Release the count now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body's feeling colder and colder. The body feels like it's outside on a freezing winter's day. The icy wind chills you right through your clothes and you shudder because it's so cold. The face feels cold, the nose is numb, the fingers and the toes feel cold. The whole body feels colder and colder, like you're outside on an icy winter's day. And release this feeling of cold now. And replace it instead with a feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels like it's inside a sauna and the heat has just been turned up. The face feels hotter and the hands feel clammy and hot. Heat radiates from the abdomen throughout the body. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like you're sitting in a sauna and the heat has just been turned up. Release this feeling of heat now, and instead replace it with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels it's so heavy that it's made out of concrete and it's pressing against the floor. It's so heavy. The arms and the legs feel heavier. The torso and the head feels heavier. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. So heavy that it's pressing against the floor. And release this feeling of heaviness now and replace it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body feels lighter and lighter. The body feels so light that it feels like it's barely touching the floor. The body feels as light as a cloud drifting across the blue sky. The arms and the legs feel lighter. The torso and the head feels lighter. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, like it's so light that it's barely touching the floor. And release this feeling of lightness now. Allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium. Release all of these sensations completely. And instead, come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize and create the following objects and images. You are standing in a clearing in the middle of a beautiful island. And you see a path before you that is lined with palm trees. And you see the beach lies at the end of this path. And you see the sun is about to set. So you follow this path along. You smell the sweet fragrance of frangipanis. You can hear the sounds of beautiful birds that are getting ready for the sunset. And the warmth of the sand beneath your feet makes you feel really cozy and warm. And you walk along the path until you reach its end, and it opens out into a beautiful but completely empty beach. However, up near the shoreline, you see what looks like the most comfortable deck chair. It has a red velvet cushion and it's sitting almost in the water. So you go and sit in this beautiful chair. You feel so comfortable, and then in front of you, the sky keeps changing colours as the sun begins to set. You also have your feet in the water, and the water is warm and laps gently against your heels. And you sit there amazed at the beautiful sky in front of you. At first, it starts with a beautiful light pinky colour, and then it moves to a hot pink colour before then it moves to a crimson colour as the sun begins to dip on the horizon of the ocean. And these beautiful birds swim across what is now a golden yellow sky. And you're feeling joyful and grateful to be able to sit here and witness this moment of beauty in nature. And then the sun gently dips below the horizon, and you know it's also time for you to go. So you get up from your comfortable deck chair, walk back towards the path, and now there are torches lining the path so you can see your way. And you go back to the clearing, and before you know it, you're back in the room on your mat, lying in Shavasana. And it's time now to call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And if you don't have one, leave some space for it may emerge on its own. And begin now to feel the breath again in the body. Allow the breath to deepen. And as you do, observe how the breath moves the back against the floor. Begin to remember the details of the room that you are in as you gently begin to externalize. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. Remember the details of your mat, the colour of your coverings and clothing, the colour of the walls and the light fittings. And remember the time of day. Begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world attached to those sounds. And start to make very gentle movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the body to gently wake from Yoga Nidra. You may like to move your head gently from side to side, move and stretch in a way that's right for you. And be very gentle. Try to maintain the peaceful state that you have created. You may also like to roll onto your right side just a little, and be there for just a little before coming up very gently and mindfully into a comfortable sitting position. Taking your time. Keeping the eyes closed or downcast. Again, just to maintain that peaceful state. Now gently moving the awareness through the body like we did at the beginning of the class, and this time comparing how you feel now to the way you felt at the beginning. Gently moving the awareness up through the soles of the feet and up through the ankles and the shins and the calves, up through the knees, into the thighs and the buttocks, up through the hands and the wrists and the arms, and up through the torso and up through the back and the spine, observing each vertebrae on the way up into the neck, into the face and around the back of the head and the crown of the head. Placing the awareness now at the eyebrow center and visualizing here a steady candle flame. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our practice. Breathing in. Om. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.